very much in play. A first off the line, 2 hobby boxes of Prizm, 2 jerseys. Broncos 125, Lions 95, Dolphins 425, Buccaneers 135, Panthers are 45, Bengals 350. You got the Browns at 35, the Texans at 40, Colts 125, Chiefs 195, Giants are 60, Jets are 40, Raiders 100, Titans are 95. So actually there's a pretty good mix of teams up there. It's not like all the little ones got taken, the medium ones got taken, or all the big ones got taken. We got a little bit of each still available. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that remaining list in the chat stream as well. Let's see. So that way it's easily accessible if anybody's looking to make any decisions. Again, we got 18 teams filled. 25 is normally the break point, but I'm going to go with whatever we got right now. As long as they're all paid, we're going to run with it. All right, because I want to see if we have, some more juice for a second part. We'll probably pick up some, we'll hopefully pick up some more teams after figuring out who's keeping or dropping. So I want to see that go ASAP. Again, we got 2 hobby boxes, 1 first off the line, and 2 TriStar autograph football jerseys. All right, Broncos 125, Lions 95. Don't sleep on DeAndre Swift just because he's hurt a lot this year. Dolphins 425, Bucks and Brady 135. Although the Brady jersey is a Patriots jersey, just for clarification. As long as it's the one that's pictured, because I would think that's the one that's in the boxes. Know what I'm saying? Panthers are 45, and they've been known to pop out quite a few jerseys in this product. Bengals 350, Browns 35, Texans 40. We've seen a lot of Deshaun Watsons come out of those jerseys. Colts 125, Chiefs and Hilaire 195. Surprised those aren't gone yet. Giants 60, Jets 40, Raiders 100, and Titans 55. So without further ado, I think that's given everybody some time to get in here. This is my last box of Prizm No Huddle. And I can't see my restream chat. Hold on. Select all the images with tractors. Oh, what the hell do you do with the Prius? That's not a tractor. I think a tractor has more horsepower. Okay, it's up. Good. Okay. So, hey, Steve. All right, just in time. Let's do this thing. So, again, no huddle. This is the 3rd and final box that I got in. Looks like I'm going to have the same numbers in Optic. So we'll have a few of those little no huddle boxes. And first stack of packs here. Again, you got 1 auto per box, but you also got 10 exclusive parallels per no huddle box. And we've had some decent ones pop out already. A lot of low numbered stuff I felt the first 2 boxes. Again, while this break is sold out, you can still get in on the big pick your team break. We also got our 7-box shiny baseball mixer. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen as well. But as far as baseball goes, the re-break closer. All right, I know we don't do a lot of random team breaks, but the way that I thought would be best to do it with 5 skunk bonuses is for everybody to kind of take that damage evenly, and it also really balances out the break in general as far as, you know, those who take advantage of the 3-team deal pretty much have like a 50-50 shot at getting one of those, you know, skunk spots. So you figure you're not even counting the cards, all right? You're just counting the skunk bonus. It's $225 for 3 teams. You got a 50-50 shot as something valued at $200. That's just the, you know, the way we construct things, and numerically that makes a lot of sense to jump in on. So just saying. We got Dede Westbrook, Laurent Duvernay Tardif, guard for Kansas City, Jared Goff, and we got Jalen Smith, numbered 77 out of 79 for the Cowboys. Rookie card there is Michael Pittman Jr. of the Colts. Colts, another team I'm kind of surprised are still hanging around. You know, they don't have that big A-list name, but they have some quantity in the rookies. We've seen some jerseys come out of them recently. I think they're worth taking a shot at, especially that Jonathan Taylor looks like he could be, you know, a running back that has some sticking power. Josh Jacobs, I believe he was ruled out for today's game. All right, a little bit of hype there. DJ Dallas. I feel like Jacobs kind of has lived up to the hype a bit. What do you think? Brandon Cooks, not numbered to 99. Terry McLaurin, who better have a good game. I'm like back and forth. I'm like, McLaurin's questionable. I hate injuries in fantasy. I will normally make bad numerical decisions just because injury is usually the thing that kills me in fantasy, and more than decision making. And I didn't want this guy to either not be 100% and not doing anything, or end up not playing. All right, I didn't want a dead spot, and he's got a Monday game spot. But I had Laviska Shenault, debating based off of that funky touchdown. It didn't have to be pretty. It still counted. Terry McLaurin's going to have one hell of a game to make up for that. So we got Kevin Byard, Titans. It's freezing. Son of a bitch. I'm not getting any drop frames. Oh, no, now I am. There they are. All right, I'm streaming on 2 other platforms. All right, let me fix this. I'm going to keep up the other 2 feeds. Kill this Facebook one. And run again off my timeline. That work? We only did like a few cards, so what I'll do is I'll take all the ones that were 1 cent love worthy. We'll recap them in the beginning. So give me like 30 seconds. I'm going to kill this one and I'm going to go off of my timeline, which has had no problems in the last few days. Again, you know, we're kind of talking about Facebook. I don't know why Facebook is such an issue lately, but I'll see you in a few. All right, so looks like Facebook should be back up on my timeline. All right, let me make sure everybody in the break gets back here. I'm also going to post the divisions again. I'm also going to post the info for the Pick Your Team break again. So Facebook, are we looking better? Again, it's definitely not the stream itself because I have no problems on the other platforms we got. I don't know why Facebook is being such a walking contradiction. It's very unsocial media right now, but or anti-social media. I don't know. Clean? Yeah, okay. So that's let's see who's popped in. Michael Kelly, Mike Coleman, I see. Steve Vicario, I see. Mike Ross, Steve Marone, Ronnie Canary, and David Sipes. And I guess I'll share this to the page so that it's on there. All right. So again, we're just getting everything. Anybody else from the break just jump back in? It appears to be running better off the timeline. No actual explanation for that, but I've been saying for quite a while there's been a deterioration of the quality of my Facebook page, and they could really care less about any of that. All right, did I miss anybody? Let's do this again. Mike Ross, Steve Marone, Ronnie Canary, David Sipes. All right, I see Michael Kelly. I see Steve Vicario. And I saw Michael Coleman. So what I'm going to do, because of what happened there, is we're just going to take a look at some of the cards that got some 1 cent love before. Bayard Lockdown, Terry McLaurin. We were in the middle of talking about him. DJ Dallas. We got Josh Jacobs and Michael Pittman Jr. Jalen Smith, numbered to 79. All right, nothing crazy coming out yet. We got Jared Pinkney. Oh, the clouds went away. It's changing my lighting. Let's see if we can't combat that. Is that better or worse? I think that's better. Jordan Jenkins, Ryan Tannehill, Kyle Juszczyk, and we have Brian Burns, 8 out of 50, Panthers. Show. Jalen Johnson, the Bears. Hey, it's a Prizm rookie. It's going to get some 1 cent love generally, right? Kenny Moore, Saquon Barkley, Jared Cook, Philip Lindsay with the no huddle equivalent of a silver. So not numbered. A.J. Dillon. Chase Young, Emergent. Tyreek Hill, all out. Antoine Winfield Jr. Tremaine Edmonds, Hunter Henry, Devontae Adams. 27 out of 79, Rob Gronkowski. Buccaneers. J.K. Dobbins of the Ravens. One of this year's running backs to look for. Joe Thomas, Amendola, Fitz, and we got Juju Smith-Schuster, Fireworks. Got Bradley Anae. I don't know who that is. He's a Cowboy. And autograph. Got Anthony McFarland Jr. there. Eagles, Michael Warren II. It's funny, somebody was complaining about how the running back on the Jaguars, the rookie there, wasn't really getting any Prizm play, and I'm like, well, what are they going to do with all those Michael Warren II stickers? And so that lives to be true in this one. Let's see here. Looking for some big parallels. So the 1 o'clock game starting to wind down. And hopefully before the 4 o'clock games are over, we can have an idea of what's going on with the Prizm Pick Your Team. Again, those teams about to come up. Two hobby boxes, a first off the line, and a TriStar autographed jersey. Or two TriStar autographed jerseys, sorry. Broncos 125, Lions 95, Dolphins 425, Buccaneers 135, Panthers are 45, Bengals 350, Browns are 35, Texans are 40, and the Colts are 125. Chiefs are 195, Giants are 60, Jets are 40, Raiders 100, Titans are 55. Yeah, all right, so if it's 25% harder to get and production is, I mean, let's face it, with the way the pandemic has made things, I don't really see most, if any, sets being more produced than the year before, just because of that making things more complicated. So let's say at most the production on Prizm went up 10%. If they're harder to get and they're carrying the same demand as guys from the previous years, that will essentially drive their prices up on the singles market, at least just going based off of supply versus demand, especially since the investor types, they're going after Prizm rookies. They're going after Prizm, Prizm, Optic, Select. That's like the trifecta there. The National Treasures, True RPAs, things like that. Those are the cards especially sought after by a lot of the new money into the hobby. So if there's more of that demand and less being made, yeah, essentially when all is said and done, that'll make them worth more if you think about it. 29 out of 35, Sammy Watkins. I mean, if you look at the way that I priced Impeccable, which is kind of like an all killer, no filler product, all right, the rookies are very heavily weighted in that, yet you see more on the Prizm side as far as the big rookie teams. Why is that? Because of the fact that the Prizm is more likely to generate a better break for those teams, but it's not exactly easy to get these raw base rookies that are going for over $100. Some of these guys, Burrow's hanging around that area, Tua, and of course Herbert, the big one. And that's not even getting them graded. And if you get PSA 10, what's the biggest problem with Prizm? Centering. What's the thing PSA is most lenient on? Centering. Jonathan Taylor. So, yeah, there's a lot of dynamics going into it. But I think that's why they made the set bigger, was to keep the hype strong on the big guys. 10 out of 50, Trayvon Diggs. A lot of Cowboys parallels in this box. Darrell Taylor. Willie McGinnis. Marlon Davidson, Derek Brown, no huddle. Cole Kmet, the Bears. And Julian Aquara, 69 out of 79. Lions. All right, we got a rookie quarterback here, and it's Jordan Love, Packers. Hype, DK Metcalf, and he's living up to it. There's a lot of question marks on him. You know, he went all the way down to a second-round pick. There's Tyler Johnson. You know, there's some people weren't sure if he was going to be durable. He's arguably the top wide receiver in the NFL right now. Danielle Hunter. We got a short print, another Colts rookie, Michael Pittman Jr., and Terrell Lewis closing out the box. So, after a Herbert auto and a low-numbered Burrow, I guess this box would be a little bit of a downer. Or a lot of bit of a downer. Key cards out of here. Again, you got the Pittman SP, Jordan Love, okay, don't see any dimples or print lines. It's always the centering on Prizm. That's the make or break part. Sammy Watkins was out of 35. Michael Warren was the auto, and Gronk was numbered out of 79. So those are the top cards out of that box. So, yeah, we did kind of set the bar kind of high with the first two, but so now we're looking to bounce back and maybe see to Burrow, Herbert, as we got a whole clean slate here. All right, no huddle's gone. So we got a fresh case of Prizm that we opened up, and we have 6 first off the line boxes as well. Let's see what's up with that. Anybody looking to get any teams? Just let me know. I'm gonna do a quick breakdown. So if you're not really sure who the hitters are, let's do a breakdown on Prizm for the remaining teams and see who the hits are. Out of the no huddle box now, this one was not like the other two. One of these boxes is not like the others. And let's see if I can find me some Prizm checklist here. Let's start with the Broncos. All right, again, no real checklist on the TriStar jerseys. Yeah, that's the one box with the random teams. So right now we're going and talking about the pick your team break. You've got Aquabottom, Bradley Chubb, Champ Bailey, Cortland Sutton, Drew Lock, Ed McCaffrey, Jerry Jeudy, Justin Simmons, KJ Hamler, Michael Ojemudia, Noah Fant, and Philip Lindsay, all autograph subjects in Prizm. So Jeudy, obviously the top rookie to go after. Aquabottom's been moving his way up the depth chart, though. I think at the beginning of the year it was kind of, is he going to be a starter? And I think he's definitely done well enough to earn that position. Again, a bunch of these guys have first off the line parallels as well. So after the Broncos at 125, and I'd assume any Peyton Manning jerseys. In Leaf, a lot of times his stuff has been the Broncos lately. So it wouldn't surprise me in the TriStar if that's more likely to show up than the Colts, but it could be either or. And I'm trying to pull up this. There we go. Lions. Lions are 95. We got Barry Sanders, who's available only in parallels. DeAndre Swift's in there. Danny Amendola, Jason Huntley, Jeff Okudah, Julian Okwara, Kenny Galladay, Kerryon Johnson, Marvin Jones Jr., Matt Stafford, and Trey Flowers. All right, again, DeAndre Swift, been out the last few weeks, but when healthy, he's been doing all right, especially as the Lions have felt more comfortable using him. Dolphins, 425. And obviously Tua Tagovailoa going to be the main driver behind that. He is one of the case hit subjects. He is in first off the line. You also got Ryan Fitzpatrick, Ricky Williams, Raekwon Davis, Preston Williams, Noah Igbenegeni, Mike Gesicki, Mercury Morris with the Super Bowl signatures, and Dan Marino, an autograph subject as well. Parallels only, of course. Now, again, this is Prizm. This is not just about hits. Tua, base rookie. Tua, color blast. Emergent insert. Illuminations are an SP. All right, hobby only. Instant impact. And, of course, stained glass. Another hobby exclusive SP. All right. We haven't opened a hobby box yet. We've only opened No Huddle. We haven't really seen too much as far as SPs go. Because they're not in there. So we've seen the black and white ones, but those hobby exclusives have yet to come out. Buccaneers. You got Antoine Winfield Jr., Chris Godwin, Keshawn Vaughn, O.J. Howard, Gronkowski, Ronald Jones II, Shaquille Barrett, Simeon Rice, Tyler Johnson, and, of course, Tom Brady. Again, it's not just about the hits in this one. Godwin has some SP action, but, of course, it's Tom Brady. All right, he's got the Aurora, Color Blast, Illumination, and Stained Glass short prints out there. Panthers. And Panthers, a $45 team. Good probability on the jersey. Don't sleep on this team because they're cheap, but it's not like they don't have any possible hits either. Brian Burns, Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, Derek Brown, DJ Moore, Jeremy Chin, Kawan Short, Robbie Anderson, Teddy Bridgewater, and Yetzer Gross Matos all have autographs. McCaffrey is the majority of the short prints for the Panthers. There is an illumination for DJ Moore. Bengals. Yes, Joe Burrow's injured. That's why the Bengals are much less than the Chargers now. All right, Bengals had been the top team. Chargers were just on the verge of surpassing the Dolphins on my checklist. And then Burrow goes down. So the Chargers are the big team, but Burrow's stuff is still selling. It's selling for less. Those who are not afraid to go long term, his stuff will come back up, just like all the guys buying Baker Mayfield's last year when the sky was falling and his stuff was down about 65%. Bengals checklist: A.J. Green, Chad Johnson, also known as Ocho Cinco for a while. Geno Atkins, Joe Burrow. He's also a case hit guy. Ken Anderson, Logan Wilson, TJ Hushmanzada, and T. Higgins, who has been a contributing force on the Bengals as well this year. Don't overlook him. Higgins has an Illumination SP. Burrow is obviously the most stacked player on this team here. Browns. What can Browns do for you? Well, we've seen TriStar as kind of unloading the Manziel jerseys at a pretty fast rate nowadays. We've seen other guys from the Browns also showing up. What was it? Guys that we've hit before. I think we've hit Chubb and Ozzie Newsome maybe. Here, excuse me. Here's the Browns checklist: Austin Hooper, Bernie Kosar, Brian Sipe, Donovan People-Jones, Eric Metcalf, Grant Delpit, and Nick Chubb. And surprisingly, Baker doesn't have any short prints. Chubb and Beckham do. And Baker not really having much to do with this product at all is probably the main reason why they got off so cheap. He's just got his base and his hype card, and that's it. Texans at 40. Again, his TriStar. Texas team's very strong, and Deshaun Watson has shown up a lot in the jersey boxes. All right, you got for the Texans, Andre Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Darren Fells, Deshaun Watson, Duke Johnson Jr., Isaiah Coulter, Kenny Stills, and Ross Blacklock. Not really much in the short prints, although Watson is on the color blast. So, again, Browns, Texans, they're good coupon teams. If you're going to go for a team like the Bengals, like the Dolphins, go for it. Get those coupon teams. You'll get them cheap. Colts, 125. Adam Vinatieri, Andrew Luck, Dwight Freeney, Edgerrin James, Jack Doyle, Jacob Eason, who's also a case-hit guy, Jonathan Taylor as well, and Michael Pittman Jr. You got Kenny Moore, Marlon Mack, Peyton Manning, and Phillip Rivers. All right. Chiefs. This team, I'm surprised, is still on the list. Mahomes, heavy on the short prints. All right. Hilaire has an illumination. Kelsey has an illumination. Tyreek Hill has a stained glass. Mahomes has all of that, as well as the color blast and the aurora as possibilities. And he's in like all the insert sets. He's the man right now. And he's got an auto. What more can you ask for? So autographs: Chris Jones, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Curly Culp, Damian Wilson, Dante Hall, Frank Clark, Juan Thornhill, Larry Johnson, Nicole Hardman Jr., Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyrann Mathieu, Tyreek Hill, Will Shields, Willie Gay Jr., Willie Lanier. If I had to do some tweaking on my price list, the Chiefs are definitely a team that would be on the rise, just because they have a lot to offer. So if one team were to player has a bad week, now everybody's down on that particular player. This would probably be a team that would be priced a little bit more than what it is right now. Giants are 60. Again, the only rookie is McKinney. Saquon has 3 short prints. Again, he's not super in demand right now since he's on the shelf. You got Dalvin Tomlinson, Daniel Jones, Darius Slayton, Golden Tate, Phil Simms, Saquon Barkley, and Xavier McKinney with the autographs there. Jets. Autos are C.J. Mosley, Denzel Mims, James Morgan, Jamison Crowder, Joe Namath, LaMichael Perrine, Le'Veon Bell, and Quinnen Williams. Raiders. Brian Edwards, Charles Wilson, Damon Arnett, Darren Waller, Darryl LaMonica, Henry Ruggs, Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, Keelan Doss, Lynn Bowden Jr., Max Crosby, and Tyrell Williams. Ruggs and Jacobs only have a short print apiece. And then the Titans. Again, another team, either whether it's Titans or Oilers, usually pretty strong on the TriStar checklist. You got Derrick Henry with 4 short prints. And then your autos are Bruce Matthews, Darrington Evans, Derrick Henry, Earl Campbell, Harold Landry, Javon Curse, Jonnu Smith, Kevin Byard, Christian Fulton, Ryan Tannehill, and Warren Moon. And that's what we got. So anybody have anything for me? Otherwise, we're going to continue working on getting these filled up. Doesn't look like anything else right now. So I will be back, hopefully not too long from now. Let you know that Prizm's going to start. All right. And look for a couple baseball breaks posted as well. That's all I got for now. Well, let's rip you a new one.